Well, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, this is the hottest topic that's floating around at the moment, and we need to really delve deep into this and talk about it.
All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin.
All right, welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. Breaking: Thomas Tuchel has been handed full control over player targets and also sales by Todd Boehly in a meeting. Look, I don't mind the fact that Thomas Tuchel is getting full control of transfer window for this particular window, but I have to be honest. I don't think he's a scout. He should not be a scout. He should be the manager. He should be the coach. He should be looking to develop the players. He should be focusing on tactics. He should be focusing on winning games. The fact that he has to go out there and find targets as well, scout, he does not have the time to do that. But this particular window, fine. I'm absolutely okay with it because everything is not in place at the moment. We can't really rely on our scouts. We need to get rid of the scouts that we have right now because they recommend rubbish players. And we don't have a director of football for the time being. So right now, I'm okay with Thomas Tuchel going out there and trying to give his 2 cents about who he wants in. But down the track, we need gems. We need players that not many people are talking about. We need players like the Aspilicuetas. We need, those caliber of, the gone are the days back in John Obi Mikel type of defensive midfielders who were so good on the ball, but at the same time, physically very, very good. But these are just some of the examples. There's plenty more out there that are just not coming in my mind at the moment. But Thomas Tuchel is probably not designed to find all of those players. He's probably just looking at what's been shown on television and maybe some links that he may have from Germany. But besides that, he wouldn't have the idea of the entire planet. So let me know how you feel about this. As I said, I don't mind for this particular window, but I don't want him to be focused on being a full-time scout. This is what Simon Phillips had to say, and I have to agree, this is exactly how I feel. Mixed feelings on the Tuchel having full power thing. I'm an advocate of back the manager, but it needs to still be done alongside other smart football mind scouts. Exactly right. Thomas Tuchel doesn't have the time to be a scout. This will be a great way to fully test and judge him, though, after time. Further, he goes on to say, by the way, I don't for 1 minute believe TT will be making decisions alone, perhaps more this window, but I fully expect our recruitment on the whole to evolve with a new director of football, etc. I like that the manager will get a big say, though. Look, this is exactly what it is. At the end of the day, even though he's going to get full power, that doesn't necessarily mean he just gets a blank check and just do whatever you want. No, it will still have to run through a particular process, I'm pretty sure, and there'll be a few people involved. But he probably will be getting the most say in this particular window. But down the track, I think we need a proper structure in regards to how we recruit. This is where we've been let down over the past so many seasons. Our recruitment has been so off. Timo Werner, Romelu Lukaku, Saul, who's leaving or who's left already, which we'll get to, and so many more. We've not got many players right. Even you could say Hakim Ziyech to a certain degree, even Kai Havertz to a certain degree now, even though I think the future is bright for Kai Havertz, but up until now, I don't know if it's completely worked out. We don't even know what's his best position. So we have to ensure we get this right. Thomas Tuchel has been promised that he can take the lead on Chelsea's transfer business by the club's new owner in a shift designed to move closer to Manchester City and Liverpool model. 100%. If we are to catch these guys, we have to start from recruitment. We get our recruitments wrong, game over. Forget about catching these guys because these guys are getting better every single window. Chelsea's new owners are handing Tuchel 200 million and more could be available with potential player sales. Chelsea are not thought to be close to agreeing a deal for Ousmane Dembele. This is from Matt Law from Telegraph Football. He's been talking about a lot of things. Further goes on to say Tuchel will now have a bigger influence over transfer than Marina or Czech, and if Tuchel decides Lukaku leaving would be best, they will try and broker a deal. There you go. I think he will decide that it's going to be best for all parties in regards to Romelu Lukaku. But 200 million, ladies and gentlemen, how do you feel about that? How do you feel about the stuff that we've just talked about in regards to full power to Thomas Tuchel? On top of that, 200 million and more could be available with player sales. I think that's decent. 200 million is a lot of money that we can do damage on. If you think about Jules Koundé, he should be around, say, somewhere around 55 million to 60 million pounds. Then you've got about 150 to 140 million. Obviously, Dembele's situation, there'll be some signing on fees, there'll be some agent fees, so you probably need to deduct some money over there. You're looking at about 20, 30 million there. So potentially you could still have about 120 odd, 110, 120 odd on other positions. And we probably do need to look into another CB like Koulibaly, who could be around 30 million. And that doesn't leave enough for maybe another winger, maybe definitely a defensive midfielder. People are throwing the name of Declan Rice still, which we're going to get to right now. Declan Rice will get to very, very soon, ladies and gentlemen. Info: Ousmane Dembele to Chelsea, injury record and disciplinary record likely to be pushed aside should Tuchel want to work with him again. Chelsea not close to an agreement. Raheem Sterling and Nkunku targets. So this is once again from Matt Law. We're not close to an agreement with Dembele as yet. We cannot screw this up. We need to make sure get this done and dusted. He wants to join. Thomas Tuchel loves this player. And since Thomas Tuchel is in charge of the transfer situation, I'm pretty sure he's going to move for Dembele very, very soon. So hopefully that gets done. But yeah, Raheem Sterling and Nkunku targets. That's interesting. I just did a live stream about maybe 10 hours ago where I talked about Raheem Sterling. Some of you guys weren't very excited about Raheem Sterling. You're far more excited about Nkunku, which is fine. I've got my reservations about Nkunku. I think he's a fine player, but I've been scarred by Bundesliga situation over there with Timo Werner. And so all the goals that I've seen Nkunku score this season, very much reminiscent of how Timo Werner was moving when he was banging in goals. Look, Premier League is a different kettle of fish. I'm telling you right now. Players that look so great when they come to the Premier League, there's an adaptation time. Do we have that patience on someone like Nkunku to come in, or are we going to slam him after 3 matches of where he doesn't score? So we need to think about that. That's why I was very excited about Gabriel Jesus. Gabriel Jesus links are very hot at the moment as well, even though Arsenal are in line for them. But yeah, let me know about Raheem Sterling and Nkunku. I don't think Raheem Sterling is going to happen personally. I can't see why he would want to come to Chelsea. He's won everything at Manchester City. If anything, he should be looking at a team like Real Madrid, going abroad, trying something different, and see if he can win the Champions League with Real Madrid. With Chelsea, I mean, he's won everything with Man City except for Champions League, I suppose. And if you're going to ask me who's closer to winning the Champions League between Chelsea and Man City, it'll probably have to be Man City. I know we won recently, but Man City are probably closer to winning the Champions League over us in the near future. Club insiders told the Times that a decision has yet to be taken over whether Marina and Bruce Buck will remain as directors. It had been initially expected they would be kept on, but that now looks uncertain. Look, Bruce Buck was trying to give it to the Ricketts family. So I don't know how Todd Boehly is going to keep this guy around. He needs to go immediately, ASAP. He has to go because this guy was trying to do some sneaky business behind the scenes, manipulating the whole the takeover process, doing secret meetings with the Ricketts. He needs to go. Marina, look, I don't mind her staying for the upcoming few months, but she has to go. We need a fresh start. We need a proper director of football and maybe someone new to do these financial agreements as well, which Marina does. So for the time being, I'm okay, but down the track, we need a fresh start. One of the sources at Liverpool labelled the Christian Pulisic links as nonsense. This is via Ben Jacobs via CFC Gem. Look, recently there were few publications, journalists out there that were linking Christian Pulisic to Liverpool, and they painted a very good picture why this could probably happen. And I got sold. I was like, maybe it can. Jurgen Klopp likes a player like Christian Pulisic. Mane is leaving Liverpool. Pulisic was rumored to go to Liverpool prior to coming to Chelsea. So, look, if it doesn't happen, then obviously Raheem Sterling and Nkunku links can absolutely stop, because if Pulisic stays, Dembele comes in, we're probably going to lose Timo Werner and Lukaku. Lukaku is definitely going to go, and we need to bring in someone instead of him. And then Dembele is probably coming in for Timo Werner, in my opinion, and everyone else pretty much stays then, unless we, as stated, if we want to bring in more new players, we're going to let go of some of our current players. Sevilla's Jules Koundé will join Chelsea before the end of the month, with work already well underway to find his replacement. That's according to Estadio Deportivo, who says that the Spanish side are about to say goodbye to the Frenchman. Look, this, along with Ousmane Dembele, has to be our first few signings as soon as the window opens, which is just around the corner. We cannot screw these two deals up. I've been saying it repeatedly. Jules Koundé, get him in. Ousmane Dembele, get him in. The funny thing is, there's now rumors about Matthijs de Ligt, and some of you guys actually fancy Matthijs de Ligt ahead of Jules Koundé. So I really want to know why that's the case, because that's quite interesting. Todd Boehly is ready to fund a move for Matthijs de Ligt should Tuchel decide the 22-year-old Juventus star is a better option than other targets such as Josko Vardiol. There you go. This is from Telefootball. This is they're not someone to mess about with. Telegraph Football, Matt Law works for these guys, and Matt Law, when it comes to these sort of news, is quite reliable. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, you let me know how you feel about Matthijs de Ligt. I've given my sort of piece on it yesterday that I'm not completely convinced about Matthijs de Ligt's time in Juventus. I don't think it's gone exactly how he's wanted to go, but his time in Ajax was great. Great leader over there. Yes, he's young, so that's an upside. I'm pretty sure he's younger than Jules Koundé. Maybe Jules Koundé is a tad older. Let me just have a look. Jules Koundé, age 23. Okay, he's only just a year older, Jules Koundé. But let me know how you feel about Jules Koundé and Matthijs de Ligt. Who would you prefer? Some of you guys have been saying that it should be Matthijs de Ligt. He's more of an aggressive defender as opposed to Jules Koundé. But Jules Koundé, lots have said he's like a midfielder. His skill set is like a midfielder in defense. He's very, very good. Okay, next up, the ambition of Chelsea's new owners mean that a bid for Declan Rice cannot be yet ruled out, given the fact Tuchel is known to be an admirer of the midfield. This is what I was talking about earlier on. The fact that Thomas Tuchel is now going to be given full power of transfer in this particular window, he likes a player like Declan Rice, and I don't know whether he's going to advocate for going for this particular player. I know a lot of you guys don't want Declan Rice in that particular deepest midfield position. You picture other players like maybe Basuma. Obviously, Tchouaméni's now gone to Real Madrid for about 80 million pounds, roughly around that mark. There are other players as well. Boubacar Kamara, he's gone to Aston Villa, and yeah, there's a whole heap of other names that are probably going to be decent in the deepest lying midfield situation. But someone like Thomas Tuchel, when given the power, because he doesn't have a scouting network, he may go out for someone like Declan Rice. And once again, that's a lot of money to pay for Declan Rice. We've seen what we've done with a lot of money with Romelu Lukaku. We've seen what has happened previously, other big time signings as well. I just don't want us to make these kind of mistakes again. Do you know what I mean? Look for a smarter option. We look with Singare, I believe, if I pronounced him correctly. Players like that. I've not watched him, but some of you guys rate him. But this is what worries me when Thomas Tuchel will be given, full power. He may be going for options like this, like Declan Rice, who I don't completely think fits in our system. Some of you may do, and that's absolutely okay. And I'm happy to be proven wrong if that's the case down the track. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, finally, it is about Saul Niguez. He is saying goodbye. His loan situation has ended. What a nightmare it's been. The way it started, wow. So much hype when this guy came in, so much expectation, and absolutely bombed. Later on, when he was getting some minutes, though, midway and late into the season, there were times where he looked okay. His best game was probably, I reckon, against Spurs in the FA Cup, maybe, or maybe it was in the Premier League. I think it might have been in the FA Cup. But one of the 3 games that we played against Spurs in the January, month of January. But yeah, so much hype, but it's come to an end, and it's been an absolute disaster. And once again, you know, our scouting network, whoever has thought that this guy is just going to work out, all the players that we had in terms of Ampadu, Billy Gilmore, and whatnot, we brought in Saul Niguez, and he's absolutely flopped. This is what he had to say. Hello, Blues. I'm writing to take my leave of you. I would like to tell you how I felt during this adventure. Things didn't start well at all. After a long time home, changing everything wasn't easy. Look, he goes on to say a lot of other stuff. Go check that out. He's thanking the club, and he's, you know, thanking everyone. But look, at the end of the day, this was never going to work out. He needed to leave, and there's no way we would have triggered the buy option. I think it was about 40 million. No way we would be spending that level of money. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know about everything that we've gone through. Especially, I want to hear from you guys about Thomas Tuchel having complete power in this transfer window. Personally, I've got no issues with it, but down the track, I think we need proper recruitment, scouting, director of football to figure out and find out the gems of this particular world, because Thomas Tuchel seriously doesn't have time to go out there and scout. He should be focused on managing, coaching, tactics, winning games. That's just my personal opinion. Let me know how you feel about everything. Hope you've enjoyed this. Smash the like button. If you're here for the first time, subscribe, hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Till next time. See ya.